Alright, my friends, this is a 4v4 Nomad game, and this map is going to be crazy. We have 4 players. We have the Viper, Pike, Max, and Valise. So Viper is teaming with Finland, who have provided so many good games when playing against Viper in the past. And then we have Backed, Say My Name, the 2 strongest Vietnamese players, arguably. And then Paladin and Fat Dragon. Yo and Lix are actually watching this. All the pros are online right now looking to play some games, which is why I wanted to cast all day today. Nomad is a game mode where you don't start with TCs. The map generation's always different, so you don't know where the water, boars, gold, stone will be. I guess I should try and introduce the teams now. This is going to be rough. Viper is playing as the Slavs in the yellow. He had a really rough game last time. He lost 6 villagers, and it was a short one. His nemesis is Paladin. There will be some payback here. Max is to the left of Viper. That's great to have those 2 safe. Max is playing as the Saracens. Right below Max is Valise. Valise is playing as the Spanish in the orange. And then we have Pike in the south. And he's playing as the Koreans. And he is right next to Say My Name, who's on the other team. And Say My Name says, Korea next to me, dadgum. Alright. Paladin is up next. Paladin is playing as the Mayans. Ooh, strong civ in the gray. Paladin says, I kill, he see. So Paladin is going to kill the water control, I guess. And then, Viper's lost another villager to a TC. This is 2 games in a row. He's lost a villager to a TC. And Backed was his teammate in the last game. So Backed says, rip. Oh my god. Well, Backed is playing as the Ethiopians. And then Fat Dragon's here is Backed's ally, and he's playing as the Khmer. Whew! I think this Vil could die. Okay, the Vil can take 2 more hits. It's fine. It's so funny because Viper's been so unlucky today. I guess it's not a tournament. If this was a tournament game, man, he'd be baller. He'd be good to go. I imagine that was his dock Vil, because there's no other reason his Vil would be over there. Yeah, he docked over here. So if you have a slower start on Nomad, fishing is always important to come back. Fishing is always important regardless on Nomad. So not only do I need to know where the 8 TCs are, not only do I need to know where the military is on land, but I also need to know all the dock positions and the navies. So this is definitely going to be hectic, but I think that's what people like about Nomad. Can you X boars again? So they're talking about signaling food location. Viper doesn't have any sheep right now. He just seems kind of upset. He's like, can you please signal boars again? Okay, thank you. No sheep. Ouch, Viper's been nerfed badly. Paladin did ask for his allies to signal the TCs. So there's something that you can do called team colors, which makes it really easy to see TC and team locations. So I'm going to do that just for a moment to show you.
Yes.
Paladin is going to be blue because I'm controlling him, but all of his teammates are in yellow now. So there's a lot of the Chinese-Vietnamese team on the right-hand side, and then Viper's team is more towards the left-hand side. So there's actually more map available for Viper's team, which could be really good.
Food, please.
I'm curious to see what happens between Pike and between Say My Name on this side, though, because Say My Name is Mongols, so he can hunt quickly, which means he might be able to get feudal fast. That's important because Pike will likely tower him. Yeah, they're friend or foe colors, but a lot of people don't know what that is, so I just wanted to explain that. Most players call them team colors. That's what I call them. And Max says need sheep. Well, it's a little bit late. Viper has the pig now. Max did have a sheep here when Viper was saying he had a rough start. Yeah, Viper's just going to be slow. So this is a good position to be in if you have a rough start, though. The only bad thing is that I think his dock is awful. He might need to run his fish away and hope to save them and maybe dock on the back corner somewhere. Feudal age times are going to be huge here.
Yes.
Viper turning Winland into Loseland. Nah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. I think we all know that once Viper gets back into the game, he'll be okay. It just puts a lot of pressure on the Max, but Max is used to it. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with Viper's skill, guys. It doesn't have anything to do with Viper's skill or rust. It's just unfortunate, man. It's just literally unlucky. He didn't have any sheep. He didn't have any boars close. And he ran a villain inside a TC 2 games in a row. It just had the worst possible Nomad starts. I can agree that he hasn't been playing like, as he normally would in other games, but this game has nothing to do with that. It's just rough start. Ooh. Viper has to be careful. He lost a Vill to a pig last game. Okay, there we go. He garrisoned it just to make sure. Oh man. Little bit of PTSD. I guess he needed a house. Towering Complex says, hi T90, just got here. How's the stream? Well, perfect timing, man. The stream is good. We're probably going to see a tower rush between Pike and between Say My Name. That is if Pike can get stone. Oh, and he has it. Yeah. Viper signals Fat Dragon's dock, and Fat Dragon is on the way up. And Paladin says, I will kill Pike C. Ah, because Paladin is docked in the center and he sees Pike. So if Pike is tower rushing, he will lose his fish. Ah, nice. That could be really good for them. And then he could potentially kill Valise's fish here as well. Valise has a dock inside and outside. Yeah, I think that Fat Dragon's macro play is something that people never really wanted to... Well, not that they didn't want to discuss it, but they didn't notice it in the past. Because they would only see the initial forward from him. But the reason Fat Dragon's towers and forwards are good on Arabia maps, which he only does 20% of the time anyway, the reason that's strong is because he is able to macro behind it, because he's able to boom behind it. This game, obviously, he didn't tower rush, but fastest feudal time. He's going to need the fastest time he can get, because Khmer are kind of rough civ to play with. In late game, they're the strongest, but in mid game, they're probably one of the weakest. Pike will beat Say My Name to Feudal Age, though I don't see him investing all that much into towers. Obviously, he's on stone. We missed a lame here. That's funny. Yeah, that villager lamed. But I think Pike will build a tower or two, but I don't see him committing 10 villagers forward or anything ridiculous. He's definitely not going on water, though. And he doesn't know that Paladin is docked there. I believe he could have spotted Paladin's fish, but there's not much he could do about it unless he gets help from Valise, who may or may not help. Fat Dragon. Again, I told you, this is going to be crazy and hard for me to follow. I apologize in advance. He's going for water, and this is what I expected. Viper's fish, they needed to leave yesterday. So if Viper realizes this, he needs to send his fish over to where Max has docks. Max is Saracens and going galleys. Interesting. Well, that's different. Normally you start off with fire galleys, unless you're Vikings, but Saracen galleys do fire faster, so maybe Max has some belief in that. Peggy Hill, I probably wouldn't expect it anytime soon, because Capture Age takes so much work for them. Yeah, there's absolutely no timeline on that. If I knew, I would tell you. Okay, so remember that time where I said that Pike wouldn't go YOLO Tower Rush? Well, he did go YOLO Tower Rush. He has villagers killing a house, but he needs to get out of here because Say My Name has just built a tower. But that is denying the gold. Say My Name, if he wants to take this gold, he could. Paladin said he was going water, remember. He didn't kill Pike's fish. Pike is still getting a little bit of food from this. Instead, he's thinking about going towards Valise. Valise hasn't lost his fish yet either, so I have a feeling that like the team is winning. The Chinese-Vietnamese team is winning. But they're not killing as quickly as they possibly could on the other areas. Like, Say My Name, he's not doing too much except defending here, and Paladin hasn't killed Pike's fish yet, or Valise's fish in the center, so that might come, like, right now. We'll have to see. Back to saying that the Max is on water, and yeah, Max is on water. Does not have fletching yet. That's a big upgrade. And Gray Micro from Fat Dragon. Did you see that? Sent the weak one back. Sent the full HP ones in. Fat Dragon will be in Castle Age. Feliz will be in Castle Age. Bax will be in Castle Age. Say My Name will be in Castle Age. Okay, Say My Name will be up way before Pike then. This is just so crazy. If there's any game mode where you need a co-caster, 4v4 Nomad is the one where you need a co-caster, because it's so wild. Viper could fast castle off this. He invested into farms. He just was expecting Max to defend him, and it worked. So far, it worked. And Max is on the way up as well. So Max might struggle versus Vivi once Vivi gets more fire galleys out. Paladin has killed Pike's fish. And he's not killed all of Elise's navy in the center, but he's killed a lot of it. This is wild. I wonder what Say My Name does. Castle? Yeah, he's gonna castle him! I bet you he places a castle right here. He could castle Pike's TC. I think Pike, had he docked the outer ring, he would have been much better off. But he docked the center. And since so many of his fishing ships either can't work or are dead, I guess the other ones were running earlier when I looked. It's hurt his food eco big time. Whereas Say My Name has had safe fish here. Okay, where's that castle? There it is. Oh! He's gonna place it even closer. Now, Pike could actually consider a tower here. I don't know if I like this position. If Pike were to place a tower with fletching, he'd have two towers. See, if it's a tower here and a tower here, he could deny it, but I think it's going to be too late. Say My Name knows that. He's committing a lot to it. Yeah, the castle's at 50% now. Wild stuff, guys. Max is currently 2v1 by Backed and by Fat Dragon. He's about to hit Castle Age. All Viper's fish is going to die. And Max could lose his navy. Meanwhile, over here, you could see what I mean. The towers could do something. The castle's going to go up anyway. Pike has killed 2 vills, but he might not even get to Castle Age. Most likely will, but if Say My Name were to target the TC and make a petard or something, he would kill the Castle Age TC. What can Viper contribute now that he's in Castle Age? I feel like he can't contribute anything. He could add town centers and try and boom up on land, and then he's just hoping that Max survives. That's essentially it. Oh my god, did you see that demo? That was good for Belize. Woo boy. Still doesn't save them though. Some conquistadors might save them. Belize is Spanish. He's built a castle on the shoreline as well, and he'll go conquistadors. Now he could get to Paladin before Paladin walls his base. Paladin could be in trouble against this. Say My Name is saying you have to wall that. He really does. If they stonewall this, then it's going to be very tough for Belize. If they don't stonewall it, then that's the way back into the game for Finland and Viper. Okay, here comes the quick walls. They can't wall on this sandy terrain. It's actually ice. I just have no snow mod on. I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough, guys. It delays a little bit. Can he wall further behind there? Well, huge eco expansion for Backed, huge eco expansion for Fat Dragon. This is still looking very bad. And Fat Dragon's about to have 50 villagers with 9 fishing ships. That's crazy. Okay. Paladin decides to wall behind on this side now. The conks are going to get through. This still needs to be walled. And then I guess, yeah, Backed isn't walled here either. So this could be a problem. I didn't realize how much Say My Name had lamed over here. Yeah, he's also going water against Feliz now. This is looking bad, man. The only good thing for Viper's team is that TheMax is in a nice position. But he's only at 39 vills. How good is Fat Dragon, though? 55 villagers, 9 fishing ships. It's ridiculous. And Backed has definitely been a beast as well with 50 vills, 9 fishing ships. But the last thing they want is for conquistadors to get into their base. And Backed could go right, or Valise rather, could go right into Backed's eco. And I guess Backed didn't realize that this was a possibility. Is he gonna gate or mark it? He could build a gate like this, and then maybe one here. Ah! Oh my god! There's still a hole there, right? No, he got the gate up! That's so dumb. Oh my god, I don't think Felice expected that. I didn't expect a gate like that either. I expected he would try and wall like this. Wow, really well done there. And that's going to be enough to keep these units out. And now monks are on the way for Paladin. Oh, jeez. It's a trap. It is a trap. Meanwhile, on this side, oh, we have a castle from Pike! Pike built a castle and he's made some rams. Both of these players on this side are extremely weak, though Pike is in a worse position. One conversion, I guess, for Pike. And that's it. Fat Dragon will help with monks so the conquistadors won't get in. Max is trying to buy Viper some time. Viper has 0 kills and 12 deaths, but that's because he hasn't been making any military. So I think Viper's just trying to boom, get the Vil lead, get to Imp, use the power of the Slavs. And it's been kind of tough for Fat Dragon to deal with Max on water. Backed was here to help him a little while ago. But Backed is currently looping around to hit Max's fish area. I think it's dangerous if they let Max snowball units on them like this. Like, that's a way they could come back. I think Backed and Fat Dragon will probably be an Imp faster than anyone, and they'll have stronger economies, but if they lose all their water control, they've been relying on this fish for a while. Max could go water and Viper could go land, possibly. Oh, the Conks gotta run this way because he couldn't wall it! And Fat Dragon just lost some villagers. Monks are really the only thing you can do here. Just hope to get single conversions. Fat Dragon will lose a monk. And get a conversion? Yeah, get a conversion. Lose 2 monks. That's good for Valise. Not great, but good. Meanwhile, Pike is still trying to kill this castle. And it's not going to happen, but it's just so funny to see that Purple's repairing this. And has Mangadai behind. I think it's possible for Viper's team to stabilize. It's going to be tough, because Backed will be in the Imperial Age soon. But I definitely think it's possible. Just because of the way the map is set up. They're all walled. So it's not as if they can easily put... Look, Viper's building a castle. This was the only open area. They can't easily push Viper there. It's easy to stall the game out on this. Excuse me. I'm allergic to towers. Oh, a transport! Oh, it's just a villager. Boo. Where's he going? Maybe over here to build a siege workshop or a tower? We'll see. I think Backed is going water in the next stage. Yeah, he's making fire ships and he's making demos, so he'll go for fast fire. I'm not even sure if Ethiopians get fast fire. I should know that, but you just never see them on water. Oh, that's why. They don't get fast fire, they don't get heavy demo, so they're garbage on water. Unless they go for galleons. I bet you Backed just realized. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't know that. Because I don't know that. Like, I'm casting this game and playing this game as much as Backed is. You just never see that Civ picked. Oh my god! Fat Dragon just built a castle right next to Viper's castle! Oh my god, it's beautiful. And watch, they're probably both making petards. Yeah! They're both making petards! Viper's making petards. This is the new Viper meta, by the way. This is what he did the other day. These castles are kissing. Ooh. Oh no, Vivi! Okay, Viper has a big lead. He also has the hill advantage with his petards, which is silly, but he does. And Fat Dragon just lost his first petard. Yeah. Again, this is possible for them. What a hold from Team Viper in Finland. Where did the Vil go? Okay, the Vil redocked. Such a hectic game. I'm thinking that Fat Dragon will go Elephants in the next stage. If Viper expects that, Viper is Slavs and could go for Infantry and Siege. These Conquistadors for Valise are still running around and being a little bit annoying. I know it's hectic, I know it's hard to follow, but I also know it's close. Pike is now the weak link, no longer Viper, it's Pike. Pike only has 57 population. And, oh, that's bad. Say My Name will be an imp before him, well before him. And can get access to trebuchets and more Mangadai. I think that means that Valise will need to help there, right? Valise will maybe go for Conks? Or Paladins or something? Max is gonna commit full Navy, I guess. He's even docking here. Back to the castles. What's Viper doing here? And how is Viper all of a sudden behind? Viper's trying to build gates to stop the Petard from going out? Has Fat Dragon been repairing this? He made a ballista elephant. He made a ballista elephant. Whoa! Can someone clip that right there? What was that? I need this segment clipped. I need to review this in more detail. This is so weird. Look! The gate actually hurts Viper because he can't hit the castle. I'm sorry I wasn't watching this. There's so many other things to look at. I think both castles could go down, but Viper's the one right now who seems to be struggling. He's getting conscription. He just gave up on this, I guess. And he's building a new one. Jeez. Well, here comes back with some land military. Remember, he did have some navy, but he can't fight Max on navy. On water, sorry. Paladin, he's on his way to Imp. He'll be making plumed archers out of multiple castles. So it's just double trouble for Pike. But I believe that Valise will have Paladin, so maybe Valise could hold verse 2. I doubt it, but he has to. And that would call on Viper to push Fat Dragon. And Fat Dragon is about to treb down Viper's next castle, and he's making elephants. And this is before Viper even gets the Halberdier upgrade. So, still trouble for Viper's team. I've been impressed with how they've been able to hold on. A lot of their current problems stem from the way this game started. Though I will say, not Pike's problem. Like, Pike's problem is just because he kind of lost his 1v1. Now, the Arbalest from Bact, they just squeak by here. And Max, I guess, was making Navy to stop that from happening. So he's missed out on that. If Bact is able to get into Viper's eco somehow, could be good. Kind of tough. There's TCs everywhere. Viper's getting this castle trebbed. He's now getting this castle rammed. He'll save one of them. I love Nomad. It's wild. It's messy. It's hard to follow, but I like it. I'm sure Viper's not liking it today. Yeah, he'll lose that castle. Okay, remember. Say My Name is making Mangadai. And then we have Paladin making plumes. Probably plumes and potentially halbs. So it's all on Valise to hold by himself. Keep Pike alive till Pike gets to the Imperial Age. And I'm not sure what Pike will do in Imp, because he's still not in a strong spot. But that's the way this is going to go. And Viper kind of has to hold 1v2 on land, because Max has been going for water. And Max has won water. See, he's taken that water control. Now, you can range a lot on water in these maps. Bact is going for the guard tower upgrade. Again, I don't know if Ethiopians get keep, but any bit of support there is going to be useful. Bact says Delkia, Mick Delkia. I don't know what that means. Is he trying to say delete something? Like delete a certain unit? Like delete a wall, maybe? He's probably speaking to... I have no clue. We can only speculate. We can only speculate. We need a translator in here. We need someone who speaks multiple languages. Delete this? Yeah, I figured. Like delete a gate or something. Valise is on this side with Paladins, and Viper has his Halberdiers. Look at the way this is swung. Where's Fat Dragon now? Oh, he's getting Elite Battle Elephant. But in the time it's taken him to get to Elite Battle Elephant, Viper has masked the Halberdiers and masked the Trebuchets and the Champions, and all of a sudden this swings. Valise still has to hold both sides, which is not going to be easy, but he still has to. So far, so good. This is all before the Mangadai become elite, though. So I guess Pyke has the ideal civilization to hold against this. He could build towers and onagers, castles. Koreans are a defensive civilization. They definitely need defense on that side. Now, remember that a big reason that the score is so high is because Max has so much water. Water really boosts your score in this game, and a lot of his water isn't accomplishing much. Also remember that Backed will have Ethiopian Arbalest in combination with Fat Dragon's Elephants. So that combination is probably a bit stronger than Valise's Paladins and Viper's Infantry. But Viper kills the castle. A forward castle for Say My Name on this side. Paladin, and when I say Paladin, I mean the gray player. I think he needs Halberdier. You really need Halb and Plumes. Yeah, okay, he's getting Pikemen now. The Mangadai are elite. Those are Korean onagers, though! 9 range! You have to keep your Mangadai numbers alive. If you lose the Treb, so be it. Just keep your Mangadai numbers alive. Do not lose them. If you lose the castle, so be it. It doesn't matter as much as your army numbers here. Viper's still pushing. I just have a feeling it's going to swing back. I have a feeling that Viper will no longer be able to push now that Backed has so many Arbalest. Ridiculous game. Elite Cannon Galleon for Max. Will the water approach work? Because if he gets the center, he could use Cannon Galleons to shoot a lot of the buildings and units that are around the shoreline. That castle goes down for Paladin. Oh, I love this though. This is funny. This is funny until an onager shows up and shoots them. Look at the pops, guys. What a game this is. Oh god! Oh, I can't look. Make it stop. Oh god. Oh, the plumes. Oh jeez. Well, yeah, this is the moment. This is the moment I was waiting for. Now that it's Arbalest and Elephants versus just Viper, Viper will not be able to hold on his own. I think Max is going to contribute with Rams, but he's not contributing with anything else on land. As far as I can see, he might be building up towards Mamelukes. He's making castles on this side. The Valise is running in. Of course, they just cut through the trees. Walls are not going to work much longer. But then again, Gray does have Halb, so he'll potentially be fine. Fat Dragon's population is worrying me. To see 140 population with him right now is a worrying sign. It makes sense that Pyke would have a low pop. Oh, quick wall, quick wall, quick wall, quick wall. Trap? They've been trapped. I think. Isn't there a hole here? There is a hole there. But yeah, Fat Dragon needs to get his population up. Maybe the lack of food is the problem right now. There's a lot of gold in the shoreline that are being protected by towers. Maybe Fat Dragon needs that as well. Yeah, he's getting attacked by the Navy there. This game is ridiculous, and Max is now going for Elite Mameluke, which you so rarely see. So, just want to talk about the Mameluke for a second. Back in the Age of Conquerors days, you'd see it all the time. However, nowadays, they have a delay. The frame delay was upped from, I think, 0 to 5, which is what makes them weak. They also take a little bit more damage versus Halbs now. So, I'm curious to see how this plays out. I think they need the Mamelukes on this side, possibly. Max has built a lot of his castles here. Maybe Max comes to this side, and Valise goes to the other side? Flyer, welcome back with 2 months, man. No, this is not community games. This is a 4v4 Nomad game. Viper says I need help. Yeah, he needs it badly. This is the point of the game where Khmer are insane. 320 HP units. Will be 16 plus 7 attack. And this is where the lack of max is obvious on land, and he's taking a long time to get the Mamelukes out. It's so expensive to make them. Oh, man, they gained the score lead. They came back into the game. You know, the only way this is okay is if Purple's dying on the other side. And Say My Name's not having the best time here. Look at this. Paladin is losing his Halberdiers. Say My Name is losing his Mangudai. This could just go around in a circle. I think Viper's worse off, though. Bact is building a forward castle. The Trebs are still killing buildings. Yeah, Viper's definitely worse off, and I don't think Mamelukes are the thing to save him. I think Paladins would be the only thing. The composition's just so much stronger for the Vietnamese-Chinese team. Woo! Man, these onagers are crazy. I'm loving this. But it's obvious to me now that while Max is chipping away with these elite cannon galleons on the sides, Viper is dying a lot faster to the land military. Elite plumed archers. Halbs with almost full upgrades. Mangudai versus onagers and paladins. And the onagers and paladins are doing okay. They're doing work. Say goodbye to that castle. Paladin just built that castle. And oh my god! The Hussars come in from Say My Name. What a clutch play for him to arrive from behind like that. Little sneak attack. And I think they can kill all of Pike's onagers. Yeah, they should. Wow, that was really well done. If he wants, he could maybe go for the trebuchets next. How's Viper doing? Not too hot. 110 pop. Fat Dragon's population is looking healthy now, 160 plus. Max is building castles here, though. There's Paladins from Valise. There's Heavy Scorpions from Viper. I think Max is just lacking gold to make a lot of Mamelukes. That's why they've begun the trade here. Just a little bit of trade has started. I don't think there's any trade. No, there is 10 trade for Say My Name. He's trading with this market, I guess. And with the water control, the trade positions are going to be better for Viper's team. Because they're controlling the sides. Look how Max is surrounding the shoreline with water control. So he's preventing the markets from being further away from each other. Here he's actually using cannon galleons to just take down Bact's new castle. But much like the game started like this, Viper is dying. 116 kills, 301 deaths. Now Bact has Shotel warriors. It's on Valise and Pike now. If Valise and Pike aren't killing this side, if they're not winning in the south in a big way, I think the game is going to end soon. What a back and forth game. See, I still have belief in Nobunaga. I mean Max. Nah, never mind. Never mind. He's losing his water control in the center. Nice addition, Paladin, to send a few fire ships. The Arbs are doing damage. Viper. Only 100 pop. Okay, Valise is here. Yeah, I think if Valise leaves, though, if he leaves the south, then he dies here, and then Pike dies. Pike is just going with onagers. They keep getting picked off. Poor sheep. My brain is moving a mile a minute. Very high brain APM right now. Trying to talk about all this. But I just see the team population for the Asian team. It's much healthier. They have more map control now. They obviously don't have a ton of water control, but now Say My Name is making fire ships. Man, these players are so good. It's like the second they realize they have an opportunity to switch positions or switch units, they do it. You notice that? Like Purple realizes, oh, we're kind of winning on lands now. Let's go water in the south because they're not there. Crazy recognition of where they need to be. And I think we might see a similar thing here. Yeah, look, Fat Dragon is going for fire ships. So they pushed Viper, and now Fat Dragon realizes they need to get this water control for the trade. And now the push against Max. So Max is going land. After winning on water, now he's losing water, and he might need to go back on it. Now, I don't think this is going to be easy for Viper's team. But regardless of if they come back or not, this has been a really fun game to cast. I know Slavs are a great civ in 1v1s, but in team games, they don't really fit that team game mold. Because ideally you'd have a Paladin civ and then a strong ranged unit. Viper just has a civ that would go infantry and siege. So it does make it awkward for Viper. If he were to get to Siege Onager and help, then maybe, but... And that's the same with Pike. If Pike got to Siege Onager or War Wagons. The flanks for Viper's team have been very weak throughout this game. And that's because of the starts. Viper's was in Dark Age. And then we had the rough start for Pike in Feudal Age and Castle Age. And this is where they wanted to trade, guys. This is where the Viper's team was beginning to make the trade cards. And no, his Scorpions! Oh, his Scorpions are gonna die. They weren't accomplishing all that much anyway. I guess Max is sending a Navy around this way. Food. It's looking rough. It's looking really rough. Navy only accomplishes so much. It was probably why they've been able to hold on in this game. But Navy only accomplishes so much for Max. And it has to be said that also Saracens, they don't really fit that team game mold that well either. While Paladin's going Eagles now. See, this makes more sense. They have the melee in front, and then they have the range behind. It's crazy. Siege Onager's on the way for Pike. I mean, if they get enough Scorpions and Siege Onagers on this side, then anything can happen. The Eagles are sniping the Trebs. The Mangudai can snipe the Trebs. Look at this, man. These Mangudai are insane. Look how many Paladins die before they even arrive. Fully upgraded Paladins. Vlies knows it's desperation time now, so he's making some bombard towers. Whoa! Where are these Hussars coming from? I guess Purple's just spamming Hussars through the castle fire. It's not the first time we've seen that from him. So I guess Max has the north of this little area secured on water, and he has the south of it. So it's the central area and the northern area of the big body of water. And so now it's becoming a little bit more difficult for Fat Dragon and for Backs to push. So they're just controlling it with towers. Teams might run out of wood here. Wood is beginning to look really thin. Just like my hairline as I get older. Feels bad, man. Shipwright and Dry Dock for Fat Dragon, yeah. So I think he will focus mainly on water. At least that's what I'm gathering here. And Bombard Cannons, good addition for back. Oh my god, the Scorpions! No, Viper! Viper, your Scorpions! No! Oh my god, they all got flattened! They all got flattened! Oh, that hurt to see so much. Scorpions stack on top of one another. So you could kill like 20 Scorpions with one shot. Oh my god. Viper's pop is looking good again. Max's pop is looking good again. Man, have they stalled this out. And I'll tell you what, these Bombard Towers are going to be hard to kill. Paladin's looking prepped. You also have to remember that since they have Spanish on the team, Viper's team is going to have more gold per trip with trade. And while there's a lot of trade for both teams, I'd say that's going to pay off for them. Viper's making siege rams and halberdiers, and this is probably recognizing that Fat Dragon doesn't have many elephants anymore. That's a lot of keeps, though. Bax needs to get the Shotel Halb Arb mix up here quickly. Saracen galleons are so fast firing, man. Okay, there's Hussars in the trade. I like the fact that we can see what players signal, because Vlies is just pointing that out. Can Siege Onager Paladin do it in the south. I think it can. If you get enough Siege Onager, Paladins, Bombard Towers, you just can't push it as Mongols. And definitely not Mayans. Mayans is the civilization that excels in early imp, but in post imp it's rough. Fat Dragon is asking for gold. So let's look at the trade locations and how much gold they're getting. Fat Dragon is getting 52 gold per trip. Let me just double check that. Yeah, 52 gold per trip. Compare this to a trade cart from Valise. He's getting 28 gold per trip. But the more they push, like Pike is going to get more. Viper's getting 48 when he goes to Pike's markets. So the more they push, the more space in between the markets they're going to have. And then the more gold they're going to get. And then the longer this game goes on, apparently. Because this is not ending anytime soon. This has had so many swings. Look at the towers. I think Paladin and Say My Name could die to this, guys. What a game. What a freaking hold from Finland and Viper. Oh, I see. Say My Name is over here now. That's why they're so fragile over here. I was wondering where he was. Well, he needs to help quickly. Or at least they need to get a huge benefit from this. If he goes to the north and they don't push it, they're going to lose the south. Like, they've already lost ground in the south, so they need to gain something from him shifting to the north. Okay, the Mangadai are going in. This smells like a trade raid of some kind, because they see the markets. They might want to find the rest of the markets there. Max is losing his castle, so they're definitely gaining something from this. Max is also losing his cannon galleons. Viper will lose his halbs. But now Paladin is losing his castles. Guys, the trade routes are so close for both. The Paladins could be into the trade on this side, and the Mangadai could be into the trade on this side. In the space of a few minutes. Who's going to get there first? This is insane. High-level Age of Empires 2 is something else. What a game. Both teams have crazy population. It's not as if one player is struggling anymore. The lowest population for Finland's team is Pike at 180. And then for the Asian team, it would be 180 for Paladin. Ridiculous. And I think for a moment Viper's been able to hold this, but now more Rams are going to come in. Now Max has the Navy. Okay, so this seems better for Viper's team in terms of the trade push. It definitely seems better, because I don't see a strong answer to the Bombard Towers. Asia has no way of stopping these Bombard Towers from continuing to go up. They're sniping onagers every now and then, but they're not pushing that back. Viper and Max can definitely stall this out and push back more since they have the elite cannon galleons on either side, and because they have the halbs still spamming. And now Pike is contributing with some siege onagers. Look at the score. You see it going back and forth? If nothing else, that's going to boost the confidence of the Finland's team. Now, this is all assuming they have gold to continue to push, right? It seems like it, because they're creating mainly gold units. Viper doesn't really need gold, except for Rams. The trade is right here, guys. The trade is so close. And there's another castle for Say My Name. He realizes how important it is. They're going to run out of wood on this map. They're going to run out of wood. If this game goes on for another 20-minute game time, say goodbye to all the wood. It's all getting chopped up really quickly. But, you know, guys, I kind of feel like Fat Dragon's elephants, they won't accomplish much versus these Ruzina helps. I don't know if there's much else he can do. I also feel like Mayans aren't, like, they're helping out, sure, with the halbs and eagles and plumes, but also feels like Paladin civilization isn't giving him too much right now. If Fat Dragon's elephants are going to work, he's only at 11 military. He needs to have a lot of gold, he needs to have a lot more units. He can't have just 10, he needs to have 40. Which he doesn't have the gold for right now, as you can see. Incredible game. Still no response to the towers. They can delay them further, possibly, but still no response to the towers. Good hold from Say My Name, though. He will build a new castle. That's risky, but he keeps his castle up by sniping the trebs. And I just said Gray wasn't accomplishing much, but he is sniping siege onagers. This is just too crazy. Too freaking crazy, man. Dave is going to be really pissed he was busy this weekend, because I know that he would have loved to have casted this with me. Because this is... Now, I know I have a habit of saying everything is the best, but this is one of the best Nomad team games I've casted in a long time. Mainly because we don't see a lot of Nomad team games nowadays, so... Does Halbs get flattened by the siege onagers? Okay, there's some trebs for Paladin. Trying to kill the towers, but it takes so long. Get used to it, ladies and gents, because both teams are holding their sides. Both teams have trade. It's just Fat Dragon who's the weak one right now for Asia. You see, he's adding trade, though. That's going to kick in for him. I wonder if Max could possibly justify sending Navy here. Probably not, because there's so many towers and they would realize that. But it's just a thought. Ah, okay. Fat Dragon's still trying on Navy a bit. But nice defense there from Max. Well, Max is coming down this way. Which means he's not protecting here, but then again... I think only Cannon Galleon is needed here. Look how many siege onagers Pike has. Pike has so many siege onagers. Pike has trebs, and Valise has trebs. And the Finlands and Viper team are about to kill a Mongol castle. If these castles die, the game's over. Say My Name needs Mangadai. And obviously they need the trade route. That's protecting the trade route. He has 6 castles, now 5. I'm running out of words for this game, guys. It's just so good from everyone. It's so impressive. Like how resilient these teams have been, especially after the start with Viper. Like how good has Viper been to come back? Like having Slavs isn't the easiest thing. And Bax just signaled that the Navy's here and laughed at it. Viper's just been contributing with Halbs and with champions, which is doing the job. It's doing enough. I think Max and Valise have been the MVPs though. I mean, I don't think there's any question. Valise had to carry Pike, Max had to carry Viper. Insane how Max and Valise have played in this game, and I think as a whole, the Asian team has probably been more solid and consistent, but they haven't, like, their peak strength hasn't been as impressive as Max and Valise. And they might just be saying now that they're running out of wood. I bet you Max is probably saying that to Valise. I don't know if Viper's on TeamSpeak with them or what. The Finland 3 are definitely on TeamSpeak together, I know that much. I guess Viper was typing to them earlier. Are we gonna see the Mamluks now? I want to see them. I just think they're gonna die. For how expensive they are, I just think they're gonna die. It's not like they need a big answer to the elephants. They already have it, so... Oh my god! Oh my god! They're pushing back on this side! The Asian team is starting to kill some towers and push back. Fat Dragon has sent elephants this way. I totally felt as though the control in the south was slowly slipping away for Asia, but I'm not so sure now. They finally have some siege. They've killed a few towers. Problem is, Spanish builders can build towers faster than you can kill them. Jeez, man. Yeah, I saw that ram. It wasn't so much the ram as Pike has some idle trade carts there. So even more gold will come in once he realizes that. Unreal. Unreal! Look at the amount of military, man! Both teams are basically pop-capped. Fat Dragon's coming up clutch now. 30 military for him. It's the strongest military you could possibly have. He's also on water here. This is unreal. I walk away from the stream to take a shower, so Ands can hear T90 screaming from inside the bathroom down the hall. So you listen to my voice while you're in the shower, huh? It's a little bit spicy. This is just a choke point of death. Good God. And now Paladin's joining in with the towers. Look where Viper's coming to chop wood. Research Siege Onager and just chop all the enemy wood. You can't even cast this. You can't even make any sense of what we're seeing here. Except for the Siege Onager. This is ridiculous. This minimap looks like rainbow barf. That's what it looks like. That's what someone said in one of my very first YouTube videos. The game went on so long that the minimap just looked like rainbow barf. That's exactly what this looks like. This is crazy. Obviously, you need to have the resources for constant production. So, if at any point players are running out of resources, the game ends, essentially. And it was a strong push back from Backed, Say My Name, Fat Dragon, and Paladin, but now Pyke has more halves, and Vlies has more Paladins, and Pyke's coming out with more Siege Onagers. Meanwhile, on this side, Max has frickin' monks, and he's probably going to convert elephants if they come in, so maybe Viper will be able to push this. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Vlies has a lot of stone, by the way, so as long as he has the gold income, he could build more towers. Oh! The Siege Onager shot! Did you see that? Say My Name has the presence of mind to say, being rushed. No, another one! With no support. If the Mangadai aren't there, Gray cannot hold alone. Fat Dragon's elephants, that's nice, but they're completely outnumbered. Some massive Siege Onager shots. These things have 10 range. And another one! No! Say My Name! Another one! Is this where the game ends? Backed is laughing at it. He's probably laughing at how ridiculous this game is. Maybe laughing at the fact that Viper has loaded up his rams with infantry to patrol into the fight. This is insane, guys. But Finland and Viper are getting so close now. They're so much closer. They can almost taste the victory. The trade is right here. The castles are right here. More towers are up. Just as many towers as before. Viper will kill these keeps? I think they're getting there. They're getting closer, for sure. Finland's. Max just has to make sure he doesn't lose water to Vivi. I don't think there's any risk of that because he has Saracens. Okay, so the last time this happened, I thought there was no way that Say My Name and Paladin could push this back. I'm thinking the same this time. I was wrong before. I'd like to be wrong again. Max has used these cannon galleons to maximum effect. Has cleaned up castles, has cleaned up buildings that the enemy team would need. Let's check the wood situation for these players. Are they chopping wood anywhere? Oh, they have wood up here. Barely, though. They're... Oh, and Max has built towers here. They're out of wood. They're out of wood. If they're not out now... Yeah, look. Say My Name. He has gold. He actually cannot get wood. The wood cost is 177 gold per 100 wood. They're buying it. That's gotta be it. Yeah, Say My Name says wood please, 11. No one has, I mean, some people have wood in the bank to send him, but after that's gone, nothing. And Gray says food, send me 5k. And he doesn't have wood. So they're sending him resources. They're sharing the resources throughout the team. But with how many units are dying, it's not going to last very long. I love how Max has done everything in this game. He didn't really use the Mamelukes much, but he's gone for the monks. He's gone for the navy. He's gone for the keeps. The galleons. I love how aware he is that he needed to keep his opponents off of the wood. Now we have Backed trying to get that back under his control. Sorry, that was an unavoidable pun. I love how Pyke was able to stay alive in this game. I like how Viper was able to rebound. It was mainly due to what Max was able to accomplish earlier, but my god, these siege onagers. See, this is the Koreans I like. I like post-imp Koreans. Post-imp Koreans is awesome. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit my microphone like I did. You could say poor Micro from Say My Name, but he feels like he has to fight. If they don't fight, they die. He can't compete with 10 range siege onagers. More towers for Max. And Viper's about to push again. I'm expecting the GG to come in at some point soon. Let's see the wood over here, though. They chopped through it too! They've chopped through it as well! And Gray has towered this wood line. And this wood line! Everyone's gonna run out of wood! What's the price of wood now? It's 193 gold to buy 100 wood. Oh my god! Everyone's running out of wood. So basically, the elephant and paladins, they cost food and gold. Let's see. Fat Dragon has food. He has a decent amount of gold. There's more food for Valise. So I guess Valise could possibly make this more long term? Yeah, on the T90 bingo, if there's no wood left on the map, it fills the spot. Viper doesn't have wood. Like, this is gonna be a woodless game. Say My Name does have Trebs and siege onagers. He has killed a few towers. And that's a lot of eagles! Oh my god, they're gonna clean this up again, aren't they? Unless Gray gets smashed by these siege onager shots. I think he should be very hesitant to run in. Max will go for conversions. He'll get conversions. They need to push back. Asia needs to push back. Are they gonna... Oh! Oh! The Eagles are going into the trade! But Pike quick walls it! And now he fires with his siege onagers. And my god, my heart. I'm gonna have a heart attack at 26, guys. This game's gonna do it to me one day. Pike quick walled and almost flattened all the Eagles. What a play. Is it open here, though? Oh, that wall. Is it 600 HP? I guess that's why it's going that way? I mean, Viper is definitely winning here, but Viper's population is awful because he doesn't have food. He has 1 TC. He doesn't have food. He doesn't have wood. All of these idle villas are sitting around. Look at the idols for each team. It's because of the lack of wood. Well, this is where Spanish become real overpowered because they have the villagers. At least you can fight with the vills. 218 gold per 100 wood.
Jesus fucking Christ. I just jumped on any amount of shit happening on the minimap.
What is going on, man? What is going on? Viper's at 95 population! But Fat Dragon doesn't have anything. It's like everyone's at the limit. Except for Valise. Except for Say My Name. Except for Paladin. I bet you Pike's at the limit too. Oh, Pike doesn't have wood. Yeah, he has gold, he has food. They're pushing back again! This is unreal. This is truly unreal, guys. I don't know which way this game's gonna go. Team population is now higher for Asia, slightly. Well, compare the trade numbers for each team. And I'd say you're going to be getting a lot more gold if you're on Viper's team because of the Spanish trade bonus. Plus, Felice has 77 trade cards, is it? Yeah, so, I mean, the trade raid would end the game. If Megadai somehow got into the trade, it would end the game. Like, maybe even a transport would be worth it. He does have some transport ships here. This is nuts. Oh, there is wood here. They're all fighting over it. Are there ties? I have seen teams call ties on team islands before. Just say, like, do you guys want to save? I've seen it. But for the most part, what happens is it comes down to how many resources players had banked up. You're not going to see anyone call a tie here. That's for sure. They'll start passing resources around. That's a lot of paladins. That's a lot of paladins. The paladins can take this fight. Oh my god, no! Say My Name! Say My Name just killed his own units! Oh my god, the trade! Max killed the trade. I saw a moment ago, Bact had some of his trade running this way, and he just calls the GG. They didn't wall it here, and so the trade pathed the wrong way, and it all went into the galleons. No. I have no words. I have no words. Well, that was what it was going to come down to, right? There was less space for the Asian team because of Max's water control, both on the outer edge, like here, they couldn't take, and this inner ring. Max prioritized water in feudal age, and he held that throughout this long Imperial Age game. My God, what a game! How do you sum that one up, guys? No wood left on the map. 271 gold to buy 100 wood at the end of this one. I actually want to see all the players' resources because I'm curious to know. I want to speculate on if the game would have continued if Bact wouldn't have lost his trade. Say my name. Obviously, no wood. Does have gold. He had just friendly fired his own units, which is really rough. Still think they would have been okay here, though. I still think he would have been okay. Paladin, 46 trade cards for him. 700 golds. I think he would have been fine as well, at least with the eagle production. There's no telling how like productive that would have been because he was up against paladins. Fat Dragon, he's at the limit for wood, of course. I actually want to see if he had farms queued up because that's wood he put into his mill. Plenty of food. Would have had some trade. 63 trade cards. He would have had enough. Backed. No. Backed has 24 trade and 92 gold. Does have wood. Would have lost it soon enough. Well, screw it. It's a long game, so it'll be a long outro. Let's go to Viper. Viper, he's at 79 population. Certainly didn't have the Vil count. He wasn't really producing anything. That's what surprised me so much. Viper was less population when Backed resigned. But he did have good trade numbers. 41 trade with Spanish is okay. What about Max? Of course Max has beastly resources. Of course he does. 3,000 gold, 11,000 food that he could send to anyone. 51 military. Pike. Wow, Pike had good resources, and I think Valise did too. Yeah, I think this would have ended up being over after that. I think even without that, I preferred Viper and Finland's team's position. So, what a doozy. What a doozy. It was so weird to me because Viper was in such an awkward spot in Dark Age, but Max's water play just bought Viper time to boom. Like, Max he took most of the engagements on this side until Viper hit the Imperial Age. I think Fat Dragon could have potentially done better in early Imp. It's hard to say. He and Viper were in even positions at that time, but maybe Backed could have done more, because remember, Backed hit Imp fast, and we didn't see his army push out for a while. But 1,300 kills for Valise. Valise carried. He carried Pike. I don't know how Finland and Viper survived because of how rough the position was for Viper and Pike. They definitely had the Spanish trade, which helped them. Having the Korean siege onager was very helpful, but still. I thought Pike was going to get overrun there. Almost everyone was sharing resources with each other because the resources were getting so low. 80,000 food for Valise, and then the trade gold. Holy cow. 64,000 gold. I don't know what they feed people in Finland, but Finnish players are so damn good. This doesn't even matter anymore. Everyone was an imp before 40 minutes. Max's map exploration makes sense because of the water. Oh, Paladin had 3 relics. That wasn't even something I really thought to discuss, but that's big over a course of a long game. And there's a timeline, man. Whew, what a doozy. Dave, the cave lad, has been telling me all day, put this game on YouTube, put this game on YouTube. Well, I will put this one on YouTube for you, man. He said, if this game isn't put on YouTube, I'll be sad. Vululu says, focusing on KD when one side is making halves against elephants. Yeah, that's a concern, right? Mayans didn't have a lot of high-value units near the end. They're strong in early imp, but pretty much all they could do was make like halberdiers and eagles. Plumed archers aren't going to be good. Nothing's going to be good for Mayans against the Korean siege onagers. But the way this game panned out, for those that missed it, was we had Paladin and Imp. It was Say My Name and Imp. And then Pike was in Castle Age with, I think, 70 Vils. So Valise had to carry. He had to 1v2 against Mangudai, Plumes, and Halbs, and he did it. So I think on both sides, Max was the MVP, and Valise was MVP for different reasons. I would, if I had to choose one, I'd probably say Valise, but crazy game. This is going to go to YouTube. So YouTube, if you watch this and you'd like to stop by the stream in the future, Twitch link is below in the video description. I'm going to continue to cast games here on the stream. I doubt we're going to top that one, but